SPM, I'm gonna tell you right now, the whole state of Texas. You go to Texas, they still playing radio stations.
They still bumping him?
Yeah, they bump him hard. You know what I'm saying? SPM has a great big following. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
one of the top
He's,
streaming acts.
You know, you can't take nothing away when it comes to his music and the entertainment part of SPM. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is.
Well, that it is part of the discussion. The other part of the discussion is the guy's in prison for child molesting.
Correct.
So that's the part that a lot of people have a big issue with. And I think the majority of people who follow and support SPM will sit here and will make you to believe that he's not guilty, that he was railroaded, and that's just the way they believe. Other people just believe that people are just brainwashed and don't want to believe it. So this is something you've never even actually. We spoke about it before, like.
I stand on my position. It's not my job to speak on his how he went to jail. It's because when he comes out, he's going to speak for himself, and that's where I stand. Let him talk about his position. When he arrives, he will speak, and when he speaks, we will know.
And that's a fair, perfect question.
Yeah.
I mean, the answer right there, brother. It is what it is.
And that's where I stand on that.
Right.
Like I said, I know his family, his daughter, son, his company very well. We work well together as far as business. But as far as his situation, I'm going to allow that time for him to speak on it. I can't speak on it.
But you can answer this, I believe, that you can relate to why people feel the way they do about it.
Well, But like I said in the food community interview, there's things that came across. Maybe I may be the only person on planet Earth, to be honest with you, to know what I know. And I know there was something very wrong with the case, being what I know. But at the same time, I'm still waiting for him to arrive to speak.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah,
I
himself.
personally am not trying to even get back to the fighting of to me that's like, that's something. It's almost like you will fight for the rest of eternity.
There's a I mean, I can go into it, but there's a lot of things wrong with the case, I would say. But in order for it to be represented correctly, he would have to be here to speak on it. And then once that is done, the information that I have received and that I know for a fact, I can speak then, and then it'll be perceived in a correct way. But like I said, he would need to come and speak himself.
So how much time did he
Because
get?
I would have to see GoldToes.
Yeah.
I have to do my own investigation as well.
Yeah.
He got like 45.
So he got 45 years, and he's been down for how long?
He's
been down for about 23 years.
So yeah, he's halfway.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's more than halfway.
He's still a power as far as he's from what he has. But
he could possibly get out like in 2 years.
He could possibly get out next year, November.
Yeah.
So he's already going up for parole.
Yeah.
But first time parole, we don't know.
You ain't gonna make the first time parole. Not in Texas.
Yeah, but that's gonna be a whole different discussion that Texas is gonna have, because I know Texas. There's even some parts of Texas. It's a very polarizing situation.
Yeah, Texas is rough, man. It ain't California.
It really is.
You know?
It is.
But it seems like California is the one that pushes a lot of the issue with the SPM. I don't know how.
Well, it looks like recently in the past few years it has. But if you go back, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna say one album, Play Made Mexicans. Go look at the album and go look at the artists on the album, and it says presented by SPM. I ain't gonna say nothing else.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Go look at the album. Go look who's all on the album. I said, man, is
that was before I made my video.
And I'm not here to defend anything. It's not my
Facts.
job.
Yeah, just spitting out facts.
All I can do is when you get out, you speak and you tell them what it is, and then I'll be like, okay, well, then I'm gonna speak and I know what I got to say, and people gonna be like, damn, like I said, I'm really in a position where I might be the only person that knows this information. But not to say, man, there's some things, like I said in the case, that you can't deny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's some things you can't deny, but at the same time, there's some things that's really wrong as well. So, we just, when that time comes, that time will come.
It's going to be an interesting time, especially for
it's going to come quick too
for you and people that know him. So now let's get back to you. You bump SPM. What are your thoughts on SPM as this whole situation, his whole case that he's had for years?
He's in jail for a reason.
Right.
So I mean, that's what it is. I mean, you're not there. You're not guilty for because you're not a child molester. You obviously that's what happened, and
But
they
that-
had enough proof to give him 45 years.
Okay, so but that doesn't like steer you from wanting to listen to the guy. You've never been
Well,
like,
I don't listen to him like every day.
oh no, I know,
Yeah.
I know,
I
give you-
It's not like every day.
I give you one thing. When he
Once
was
in a blue
doing
moon.
his case, the fucking DA and his lawyer were fucking. The fucking judge
yeah.
was racist. But that's just one
Yeah.
little thing. That ain't got to do nothing.
That's what I heard.
That ain't got nothing to do with the other shit.
That's what I
You know
heard.
what I'm saying?
That's what I heard.
You know, like I mean,
Yeah.
I want to get into it, but if I do,
You gotta wait, you gotta
I'll
wait.
blow the doors off this motherfucker.
Yeah.
But you know what? It really is. It's an intense situation because if people would have listened when I came that first time with that information, he more than likely would not be in jail. That's all I gotta say.
Well, why wouldn't you come up with that information for an appeal? I mean, if you got that information, it's like
it's a long story on me. And when he get out, let him tell it, and then I can back it, and we'll see what happens.
well, you might back. I don't know. Things change a lot.
Yeah, well, I just gotta see. I gotta see everything. Like I said, I gotta do. GoldToes got to do his own introspection.
No,
you know
but
what I'm saying?
listen, same thing with me. Okay, will I bump SPM? Yeah, I don't give a shit. I'm on my Pandora. SPM is playing, and it comes on.
Yeah.
It does. I'm like, whatever. I'm doing my thing. It's not like I run over there and I hear Michael Jackson and I go turn it off. I
But
don't
would
hear
you bump it
R.
with the
Kelly.
carload of homeboys?
Yeah.
Huh?
Would you bump him with the carload of homeboys,
Well,
or
you
just
ain't
more by
seen me.
yourself?
Hey,
I got
TikTok
big-
was
hey,
going crazy
I got-
with Mexican radio.
hey,
Did you see that? That shit
yeah.
went crazy.
I got woofers in my shit. I bump
yeah.
it with the homies. Ain't nobody, really ain't nobody like okay. 99.9 of the homies that are even out here don't even
Don't
know,
even know who he is.
Don't have no clue.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what was special about SPM? I want to say it was an experience. When that time in Houston when he was out there, he was an experience. His music.
No, he definitely was.
When you go to the club, when you seen all H Town, T Town was rocking. You got the North Side, South Side. It was right, and they playing SPM. Everybody going. I mean, it was a feeling,
Yeah.
and that's what people are attached to as well as his music, but the feeling of it. So I mean,
No,
music is powerful. Man.
Listen, I did my homework on SPM. SPM would have been bigger than Pac, whether people want to believe it or not. He's one of my top 5 all day. Just in
Damn,
rapper. No,
come
in rapper.
on,
No,
yeah. Put that on.
Hey, that's how much of the shit
Hey, you
that
better
I used to
watch
bump
out.
with his
They
shit.
might
No,
come after
I'm
you.
not. No, I don't give a shit, bro. I don't give.
He's not my top 5.
No, to me, like, whether people want to believe it or not, he had big, huge contracts. He was doing a lot of shit for his community. He was like on some major front stuff.
Yeah.
But then,
He was a powerful piece. I could see, he was, you go to concerts, he'll have 5,000 Mexicans saying, fuck the police. He was a power. There hasn't been another like him.
No,
The
not
only
for
one-
being
the
busted
only
for
one-
20 years and
the only
not
one
hearing
that,
from him.
that was close, and he is a power and it's close, but they were different. They're different characters.
Yeah.
Burner, for the Latin community, that can get a lot of people. And if Burner tells everybody fucking flip their fingers up, they're gonna do it right now, but he doesn't do that. You know what I'm saying? He tells
Yeah.
them to smoke a joint.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
But at the end, I think all that he did that was great, and then you find out where the guy's in there. Come on,
it's
man,
a looking situation.
It's a
Yeah.
horrible situation.
Yeah, it's horrible.
But you know what? I also don't. I used to turn off when I was bumping.
Yeah.
Back in the days, and no disrespect to the homies from the 18. I'm 18 with the bullet. The homies be like,